Yeah.
Martyn, thanks for joining us. Will you be able to give us some detail to the timeline that led to Paul's departure on Wednesday?
Yes, I mean we obviously watched the game Tuesday night. Very disappointed to lose again. The performance was certainly an upgrade on the previous Tuesday at Accrington, and obviously we had the draw at Fleetwood on the Saturday, which was also a decent performance. But to put it into context, Fleetwood hadn't scored, I think, in 5 previous games, and we didn't score in that game either. And we just felt after the Tuesday night game that we need to have a conversation as a board of directors about the situation. 20 games left, hovering just outside the relegation zone on goal difference, not where we expected to be at the beginning of the season, not where we expected to be after appointing Paul, and we felt that, regrettable as it was, we needed to do something to affect change in our fortunes. And unfortunately, that always ends up being the manager, I'm afraid, because there's limited scope to change players if indeed you feel it's necessary to change players. But it's the management side that needs to be looked at carefully. That's what we can affect at that time. So we debated it long and hard as a board, and ultimately came to the unanimous decision that, as difficult as it was, we would have to change the manager again.
Tommy was placed in charge of the first team on a temporary basis. Nobody knows this set of players better than Tommy, do they?
No, that's correct. I mean, Tommy has been through the process of recruitment with all of these players in conjunction with the respective managers, mainly with Ben, of course, but there are still players in the building that were here before that. So he knows their strengths and weaknesses quite intimately, and that's why, in the interim, we feel Tommy's the best one to go and get the best out of the players to get the results that we need. We absolutely need to win 8 games minimum, and throw in a few draws to get our target points.
Can you shed some light on the process of appointing a new manager? What is not necessarily a time frame, but what would be the requirements for that role? Obviously, to steer clear of relegation would be a must.
Yeah, I mean we've got to find someone who is prepared to work hard with the players that we've got, and we've got to get results from the existing squad. That's obvious. So we need a winner first and foremost. We will look at certain managers that we know and will target, and we're inundated with CVs already, and we will sift through those. Whether we go to a formal process of recruitment hasn't yet been decided. We will look at the situation in parallel. Will we get 3 or 4, maybe 5 managers in? Not that you can get them in at the moment. It'd probably be over Zoom to interview, or will we just focus in on maybe 1 or 2 that we know or we think can do a job for us, and just go with them. That will act in parallel, really.
And while that process is ongoing, obviously the attention switches to tomorrow's game against Swindon. That's quite a key game, isn't it?
It's a massive game, and it's one that is absolutely vital to us to get the 3 points. Tommy took training yesterday with the coaching staff, and they're going out this morning for another session. They'll be very well prepared. I've just been in the team meeting to see the preparation going on, and the players will have all the information they need to go and get a result. So we know they've got the ability to do so, and we trust them to go and win their battles and get 3 points tomorrow.
Speaking with Tommy this morning, he's very driven, very focused on tomorrow's game, isn't he? He really wants to kind of put on a performance that the fans will be proud of.
Absolutely. Well, Tommy comes from one of the real hotbeds of football, doesn't he, in Newcastle? I mean, all Newcastle fans and fans in the North East are very passionate about their football. Tommy's been in the game all his life, and he is a winner. He wants to win for this football club. He's very committed to this football club, and there isn't any lack of determination from him. And if he can transfer that successfully to all the players, they will do well tomorrow.
And finally, with 20 games remaining, obviously the club just above the relegation zone at the moment, what would your message be to supporters while the process of finding new manager is ongoing, but obviously the the desire for everyone to stick together and kind of really rally behind the lads as we enter the final stage of the season?
Yeah, I mean, you will rarely achieve any success if there's fractures anywhere in the organisation. That's within the club and outside the club. You know, unity is strength, and we all need to stick together. We all believe in this football club. We're all committed to this football club, and we want to take it further than we are at the moment. So the message really is, you know, get behind the lads, keep the faith. We will turn things around and make this a club to be proud of.
And that faith has obviously been seen week in, week out with a number of the people who kind of tune in to watch games on iFollow. You know, we're one of the top clubs in the division, of people watching online and backing the lads from home.
Absolutely, and we're very grateful to that for that support. We know that, you know, it's not the same experience. I mean, I watch games online as well, and you know, it's nothing like being in the stadium. But it is a chance to see your team play, and we do really appreciate the support that we're getting from people that are continuing to watch on iFollow.